Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, everyone. Today, we want to present our project that we have done uh, in semester by the title Smart Outlet Lesson. Before we move to the material, let me introduce my team. First, there is Mr. Diono as a project manager. Next, Muhammad Hafiz Desvana Sutepu as a team leader and machine vision programmer. And Muhammad Nabil Khairi Hardi as a team member, PLC programmer. Next, Mariana Ulfa Santika Putri as a website developer and document. Next, Desa Alia Isnawan as a database manager and document. The last, Wahidya Prianto as a electrical and communication. Next, we move to the material will be explained by teacher.
Okay, thank you, Wahyu. Then the slide provides an overview of our project. The main objective of the system is to improve machine safety and monitoring by integrating operator identification, machine monitoring, and cloud-based data management into a single platform. Before the machine can operate, the system first verifies the operator identity using facial recognition. Once the operator is successfully verified, the machine can start operating. During operation, the system continuously monitoring machine condition, including status, alarm, and machine cycle. All of this data is collected through the Modbus TCP or IP protocol, stored in the Supabase cloud database, and display on the Flutter-based dashboard. This enable user to monitor machine activity and review operational history remotely in the near real time. The next, explained by my friends.
Okay, this slide explain my job description for programmable logic control. I was responsible for developing this PLC program, and I have completed work. First, ladder logic for automatic cycle is 100% complete and running stably. And the last real-time fault detection and safety interlock or face recognition trigger are fully integrated. The challenge I faced while working on this project were: first is cylinder timing need fine-tuning resolved by adjusting timer delays in the ladder program. And last, valve addressing required inspection to ensure no conflicts during operation. Next slide. Okay, this slide explains the machine's workflow. It begins with operator recognized by vision system. If yes, start button dashboard press until start button machine press have a logic end. So machine start. After that, lifter moving up. After lifter, next upper lifter sensor detect about 5 seconds. If yes, conveyor running clockwise. Next, pallet sensor detect about 12 seconds. Then conveyor stop. The next lifter moving down. Lower lifter sensor detect about 5 seconds. Conveyor, if yes, conveyor running counterclockwise. And then pallet sensor detect about 7 seconds. If yes, again, stop button dashboard pressed and stop button machine press. And if yes, machine system stop. So the main point of this flowchart is the machine's alarms. If upper lifter sensor detect about 5 second point is no, and then pallet sensor detect about 12 seconds have value no or zero. Uh, Next, lower lifter sensor detect about 5 second value is no or zero, and then the last pallet sensor detect about 7 seconds value is no, it remains inactive for certain period of times, the alarm will sound and you will need to press emergency stop button or emergency to restart the machine. Okay, it's just it's time for me. Next to my friend. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. And then this is my section in the device for the face detection or the face recognition here. So what do I have complete? The work here is first one is the real-time face matching program with registered operator on the database is successfully running now on the system. And then second one, the machine interlock verified system that I developed is for start only that will be granted when the operator is successfully recognized is already applied to the system. And then while working on it, I also face some obstacles like lighting variation cause false detection. So here I resolving it by adding some image pre-processing like brightness or contrast adjustment to the Python script. And then the second one is risk of machine suddenly stopping due to the momentary camera movement or undetected operator. So this is I also resolving it by implementing a 5-second delay hold system mechanism to maintain the machine stability during brief detection interruptions.
Thank you, Hafiz. In this part, I developed the Flutter application for the machine monitoring system. The application has three main packages. The first, the login page, the second, monitoring dashboard, and the last, machine history page. The login page is used for user authentication before accessing the system. The monitoring dashboard, you can see the picture. This shows the current machine status, while the machine history page display the machine activity history. The Flutter application is successful connect to the Supabase database. All machine activity data can be fed and displayed correctly in the application. During, during development, I faced two main challenges. The first, the UI or UX design requires several revisions to make the application simple and easy to use. Second, integrating Flutter with Supabase requires adjustment to the database structure and data communication to ensure that all information was application correctly. Overall, the Flutter application was successful, developed, and integrated with the machine monitoring system. Okay, next. Next, explained by my friend.
Okay, thank you. For the database module, I use Supabase as our code database because it provides secure data stores, user authentication, and seamless integration with our web application. During this project, we successfully integrate the database to store machine cycle data and the real-time machine status. We also create and integrate the user account system with the website login. In addition, the integration between Supabase and the web dashboard has been successfully established. One of the main challenges was determining the required data file and design an efficient data structure. We also worked closely with the Flutter teams to ensure the data APA endpoints and data format were compatible, allowing smooth communication between the application and database. The machine status has been successfully integrated with Supabase and stored in the database. The account profile database has also been successfully integrated to support website login. The next, explained by my friends.
Okay, thank you, Isha. Here is our network communication. We use Modbus TCP/IP protocol to data communication. Then we made a program Python with library Modbus that it's done with by the data from PLC via Modbus TCP/IP. The work that have we complete first is Python program using the Modbus success with PLC via Modbus TCP/IP. Next, PLC data successfully sent and stored to Supabase database. And the last, the flow is from PLC to Python. Next, Python will be sent to Supabase. Next, from Supabase, it will be monitoring in Flutter Web. We usually say full integration end-to-end. The obstacle we gain from this network communication, but is coordination with the Flutter and database team need extra effort. Then IP configuration and network stability need carefully set. Okay, next slide, please. Here is a communication flow. In this topology, network system, the work that we complete first, all communication cable and network infrastructure has been successfully installed and tested. Next, the new system architecture, PLC, PC, and Modbus has been successfully implemented. Before we want to use ESP, but we just use Modbus TCP/IP. The obstacle we gain in this communication is first, there is subbing line inside the flow control where we find broke, but it needs more time to take, so we need more time to replace it. Second, probe recheck of our cable connect was conducted to ensure stable and reliable communication. And next slide. Okay, here is the topology diagram. There are three main lines. The first is red line that state communication between PLC and PC for data machine. Connect a green line that says HTTP or API between PC and database for database storage. And next, orange line that says control signal 24 PDC. That's between Wago IO and outlet lifter for direct machine control signal. Okay, next slide. Here is the knowledge we gain from our project. First is implementing PLC header logic for automatic machine sequence and real-time fault detection. Second, develop device-based face recognize and integrate it with PLC and safety improve system. Third, build a Modbus TCP communication using Python with library Modbus to read PLC data direct without additional hardware. Fourth, creating a cross-platform web dashboard via Flutter with login, monitoring, and history feature connect to database. And the last, manage cross-team coordination between hardware, software, and database. Connect the conclusion from our project. There are five. The first is our project has been successfully implemented with full integration between the Class, PLC, database, and web monitoring. Second, machine safety interlock is functional. Like the machine only starts when a registered operation is successfully identified. Third, PLC program and real-time alarm detection are running stability across all operational states. Fourth, the multi-TCP IT structure like PLC, Python, and database is fully operational. Success is fetching the previous ESP32 that we have planned. And the last, the Flutter-based website dashboard is function with login, live monitoring, and machine history display from database. Okay, that's all for me. Right?
Okay, and then next is the demonstration of our system here. As we can see on the left one here, this is the demonstration of our monitoring dashboard. And then the right one here is the history of the machine status that's stored in the Supabase, and then we try to view it by smartphone here. And then on the middle one here is the actual system working. So the lifter is going up first, and then taking the pallet, then going down, and the system will moving continuously like that, and then uh, okay, so this is the also our another demonstration here. So the first one is the first feature we are giving here, like the machine start verification. So first the operator must be verified by the camera, and then the operator can access or operate the machine by pressing the start button. And then the monitoring cycle dashboard will show on the dashboard. As we can see right here, the machine status cycle is showing up. And then this is for the story of the cycle. We can see it on the web right here. And now we will see the kind of error that our system has. First error is motor stall. Okay. As we can see right here, the message of the error is showing up. And then there are also an error of missing operator. And then next is the error pallet missing. And then the error cylinder is retracted. Cylinder is not detected. And then the cylinder is not extended. Okay, that's it for our demonstration.
If there are mistakes, we apologize. Thanks for your time. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.